Many people dream of being leaders for a lot of different reasons. Some people want to be a top position to feel powerful, to be praised and listened to. Others want to feel important. Others want to achieve high goals that they would never be able to achieve by themselves. The thing is, you don't have to be at the top of an organization or a community to be a leader. Leadership is all about performance and less about position. Even though there are many fields where you can lead, and of course we can't possibly cover them all in just this video, the skills required to be a successful leader are always the same. And what all good leaders have in common is passion, teamwork, and good communication skills. Of course, there are many other skills that make up a great leader, but they all revolve around these three. You need a goal that you truly believe in, you need the best team, and you need to know how to manage that team in order to achieve that goal. So let's see what these are all about. Number one, passion. Most leaders are very passionate about what they do. A leader doesn't command. You can't possibly persuade people into doing something that you want them to do unless you inspire them to see things the way that you see them and you get them to believe in the same goals that you do. And the best way to do that is being passionate about your field and vision. Sometimes things get tough along the road, but the drive to do something that you're really into can help you overcome the blocks and actually achieve your goals. Also, passion extends to building a team of professionals. Any leader wants an elite team made of reliable people who don't settle for mediocrity. It's about constant learning and improving oneself and the team as a whole. Characteristic of a great leader, number one, is passion. Number two is teamwork. Leadership implies having a team by your side, and each person from your team has particular strengths and weaknesses, including yourself as a leader. A good leader doesn't try to do everything by themselves. Why would you need a lead if you are a one-man show? But instead, they rely on strengths that are different from their own. The more qualified people you have in your team, the more diverse their strong points are. This means the more that you can achieve on the long run. And knowing how to manage people's strengths to reach higher goals is one of the best qualities of a leader. Also, getting everyone to see the big picture and work together for a common goal is the second trait of a leader. Number three is good social and communication skills. A good leader is by definition a good motivator. He stands by his team for better and for worse, and knows how to motivate people instead of just bossing them around. He knows how to approach people and how to make them feel actually valued. The ability to skillfully relate to people is one that you learn with time, but it's a very valuable asset and skill when dealing with teams. I want to say so far I've been using the pronoun he to describe a great leader, but sex and gender really don't matter. I'm doing it because I'm trying to get these qualities within myself, and by talking about them like they're already my traits, it psychologically gets me closer to becoming a better leader. Great leadership is positive and professional, and it's all about inspiring people towards a common goal, and this can be learned with a few simple tricks. I'm going to go on to those now. If you want to be a leader, you're going to have to cut down a lot of your own ego and learn how to be humble and professional. There are no perfect leaders, and you shouldn't strive for perfection. Instead, focus on constant improvement. You want people to see you as a role model, as someone they can rely on, not as just a simply tyrant. So for that, your main concern should be motivating your team, making them want to work for your goals, and feeling that goal is their own goal, instead of bossing them around. You want to have them by your side, instead of forcing them to do stuff that they don't actually believe in. For that, you can do several things. Give them credit for their work. Also acknowledge their efforts and reward them when they succeed. Another big thing is admitting when you made a mistake. Instead of denying it or passing the responsibility on to someone else, which is usually easier, if you can admit and correct your own mistakes, you will gain a lot of trust and respect from your team, and that will motivate them even more to help you. Everyone has their flaws, and accepting them and working around them is better than denying them altogether. Build on your strengths, work around your weaknesses, and let people who are better than you in certain areas do the work for those certain areas. If you show them trust, they will amaze you. This is where humility is required though, because it will go a very long way. Encourage people to talk and listen actively. When listening to someone, make sure you've completely understood what they want to say by repeating their idea, "So, what you're saying is," in their own words. This will make them feel heard and reinforced. It'll also make them feel like you're truly listening and respect what you have to say. So be genuinely interested and make them feel important. Set a high bar for your team and believe that they will actually succeed. One of the greatest motivators is knowing that someone believes in you and the fear of disappointing them. If you show your team trust, they will do everything they can to meet your expectations. Another tip is to be positive. You're not going to be very motivational if you point out everyone's flaws and nothing is ever good enough. Instead, try to find the best in each person from your team. Find their strengths and assign them tasks that they can do the best. This will boost your efficiency and also minimize frustration among your team. If people are handed a task that they can manage and they feel comfortable doing, there's a higher chance that they will complete that task successfully without many issues. So try to accentuate everyone's positive side and use mistakes as opportunities to improve. Also, praise any improvement that you see, because this makes people feel validated and will make them try even harder to make sure that they receive the praise again. This technique is called positive reinforcement, and it's something I've talked about in several of my other videos. Always accentuate the positive. This will make your team feel safe and supportive, which will boost their trust and loyalty. It's also very important that you reward improvement. The next tip is to be a professional. Professionalism doesn't extend only to technical skills or knowledge, but it also refers to having a set of strengths and values and sticking well to them, whether that be honesty, reliability, good energy, and the ability to find effective solutions to problems. Honesty is one of the most important, as anyone wants to know what to expect from someone else, especially their boss. If you're honest with the facts and data, people know exactly what the situation is and can work effectively straight on the goal or problem. But it's better to underpromise and overachieve than to overpromise and stretch your team to their limits in order to achieve the impossible. You must know what you can and can't do, and say no if something isn't right. Be professional about it though. And the last but not least, never stop learning. Great leaders never stop learning. If you don't have all of the above skills or qualities, don't worry. There is no perfect leader, but the best leaders are the ones who are constantly seeking to give their best and improve little by little each day, basically leading by example. Almost anything can be learned, and all you need to do is be consistent about it. You want to push yourself and others to go beyond their comfort zone and develop themselves more so that you get better each and every day. One more thing, if you're a guy and you want to know how to lead like a man, I created an entire course that teaches you how to find, get, and keep the girl of your dreams using psychology. There's tons of animated videos in the course that explain texting tips, reading body language, confidence tips, how to know what she really wants, and even how to overcome rejection. I've helped tons of guys, and their stories are so amazing that I can't just not share them. Check out the link in the description to learn how you can transform your love life by using the psychology of attraction. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you learned something.